The game of the night, the Lakers and the Pelicans, and LeBron and Anthony Davis both on the floor last night in the season finale. Pick it up second quarter. Lakers are up 4, turning defense into offense. LeBron, the steal. He lays it up and good. He would score 25. Just over 2 minutes to go in the half. More defense leading to offense for the Lakers. LeBron, another steal. He throws it up. Anthony Davis lays it up and good. The Lakers had a 4-point halftime lead. Third quarter, the lead is 5. It's Anthony Davis using the screen. He would score 14 on the night. So the Lakers would cruise to the win. But here's the moment. Fourth quarter, Lakers up 11. Keep a close eye on LeBron as he goes up and then comes down. I'm going to show it to you closely. You know it's been a problem with the ankle. Appears to land here on the foot of Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He would get up. There would be a little ginger walking as he makes his way back to the bench. So the Lakers take it by a dozen. Here's LeBron after the game on the ankle.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. It was a tweak. I stepped on Alexander's foot on the way down after the last layup. But I'll be fine.
He'd better be, because he's got to deal with this guy next. Steph Curry with the performance of the night. Warriors, Grizzlies, third quarter, Warriors up by 8. And look at Steph. That's a good shot for him. He would knock down 9 threes, and he was just heating up. He owned the third quarter. Curry, again, deep 3. He had 17 points in the third as he put on a show for the final statement of his MVP campaign. Fourth quarter, Curry taking over. 3 minutes to go. Warriors up by 3. Curry off the screen. He would outscore the rest of the Warriors starting lineup last night by 3 points. A minute later, they're up by 6. It's Curry. Again, they double him. They triple him. What are you going to do? He's going to find open space, and he's going to knock it down. Next possession, Curry again guarded closely. He would hit his third 3 in less than 2 minutes on his way to a 46-point exclamation point. Added 7 boards and 9 assists. Warriors clinch the 8 seed. They win it. LeBron, how about Steph?
We're playing versus, in my opinion, the MVP of our league this year, and Steph. So we got to be, prepared for everything that they have. They got championship DNA as well. They know what it takes and what it feels like to be in pressure games. So we got to be ready for that opportunity and for that pressure.
So that's what we get. This is coming your way Wednesday. We've got the West games on ESPN. Grizzlies, Spurs, 7:30 Eastern, and then that's followed by what could be the best showdown of the entire postseason. LeBron versus Steph. 1 game to move on. Losers got to play for their season. Again, both those games come your way Wednesday night here on ESPN. Okay, so there is a lot to unpack here, and the perfect person to do the unpacking is Jay Will, the Jay from KJZ, ESPN Radio, Coast to Coast. Okay, let's go back for a moment here. LeBron and the ankle. How concerned should we be about that looking into 1 or 2 games that could end their season by the end of this week?
I was a little bit concerned last night with Frank Vogel playing LeBron during the closing minutes of the game. He added a little slight tweak. But look, the reality is I trust LeBron James and Anthony Davis to be ready for when it matters, Greeny. This is the time of year that we talk about basketball meaning something, and these 2 guys are going to step up regardless of injury. There's this great line that they live by: no excuses. And that's what we will see from LeBron James and AD.
So they set up this 1 game against Steph Curry, and we just saw how brilliant he was yesterday and how brilliant his season has been. How would you, well, let's just look right at the game. What do you expect in that game? LeBron versus Steph, Lakers versus Warriors. 1 game in a play-in tournament.
It's going to be throw the kitchen sink at Steph Curry. You have to. You have to throw double teams out of him. You have to give him different looks defensively. You have to make the other guys beat you. Now, to their credit, Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, these guys have been stepping up throughout this miraculous run for Golden State. But you throw everything at Stephen Curry, and also whoever he guards defensively, Greeny, you attack that matchup. You try to get him in foul trouble. You try to wear him down.
Yeah, it is a 2-game scenario for the loser of this.
Yes.
So would you anticipate, clearly, I mean, with no disrespect whatsoever intended to Memphis or San Antonio, the league and most fans would like to see both of these guys survive this week. Do you expect both of them to make it into the regular draw?
I do. I have the Lakers beating Golden State in the first round for the 7th seed, and then I have Golden State beating Memphis probably for the 8th seed. But I will tell you, Ja Morant on his Grizzly, I mean, that will be a fight for them because they like to defend, and Dylan Brooks will give him different looks defensively. He tried last game, but you saw how good Steph was.
All right, and so as for Steph, you hear LeBron say that's the MVP of the league. What do you say?
It's an admission of guilt for me because I had Nikola Jokic as the MVP. Obviously, playing 70-plus games this year has been incredible, but at the end of the day, I got to give it to Stephen Curry. I have to give it to him. The fact that this team has a chance to be in the playoffs at a 7 or 8 seed, Greeny, it blows my mind. And guys from the G League have played on the Golden State Warriors. Draymond Green, he's had a really good year, but Andrew Wiggins kind of fluctuated in and out. Guys like Jordan Poole are stepping up for them. This dude is different. He has carried them to this way. It's the most impactful year. Jokic may win it for the voters if they already got the votes in, but he will get my vote.
Here's what I would say. I will not for 1 second complain when Jokic wins the award, because he's going to win the award. But I am with you, because the MVP is on some level a narrative award. And I think there was something about the season he has had, in a season in which the league so desperately needed it with everything else that was going on. Basically, the storyline, the narrative of the second half of this NBA season were all the guys who didn't play and Steph. That, to me, is the story. And for that alone, Steph's value, to me, increases.
He missed 10 games. He was injured. No Klay Thompson, James Wiseman, their top draft pick, out. I mean, you tell me what else you need Stephen Curry to do to prove. And look, and I was one of these guys at the beginning of the year, I was like, man, I don't know if this team can make the playoffs. The fact that he's dragged them to the playoffs, like, I give him all the credit in the world. He's been the best ticket in basketball to watch the entire year. This one man alone
Correct.
is a heat seeker. I mean, that's how special of a talent he is.
I'm with you. And so, Steph Curry and LeBron James, they go head-to-head this week, and hopefully they both survive and advance into the actual playoffs, which will begin next week. Jay Will, KJZ, every weekday morning on ESPN Radio.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.